Hi GibbsCAM users. Today this is an updated video from what I did a couple of years ago on how to update your license on Gibbs, whether you're moving from version 2024 to 2025 or if you are moving to a new installation. So once you've downloaded the software and run the software, then the first thing you should check is to make sure it recognizes your dongle. You should have a dongle unless you're running a network. This is basically for those that are running a dongle. So once you have a dongle, you need to make sure Windows recognizes it. Now sometimes Windows PCs automatically recognize the key and some don't. And so the first thing you want to do is come down to your Windows bar down here and type in Device Manager. And there you will see it right there. And it's going to open up this window here, and you want to go pretty much down to the bottom and look at Universal Serial Bus controllers. And this should give you a list of your USB ports and what you have plugged into them. And it's usually under the Universal Serial Bus controller, so if you expand that, you should see the plug that you have your dongle plugged into there. It should be either SafeNet, USB Super Pro, or it'll be HASP controller. That's H-A-S-P controller. But normally what I've seen that Gibbs ships out is the SafeNet USB Ultra Pro. So make sure it's in that list, because if it isn't, you won't be able to register and it will not recognize the key. So make sure that is done first. Now if you need to download the software, you can go to online.gibbscam.com. It'll bring this page up here. And you can go to the GibbsCAM software right here. And this is the latest version, version 2025. You also have the latest version of 2024 right here. So you can download those, all the manuals as well if you'd like. So let's go back one page. And if it doesn't recognize your dongle, if you don't see it in your device manager list, then you have the Sentinel Protection Installer, this one here, or the HASP one. Now I found that you can actually install both of these if you don't know which dongle you have, and that's just fine. But if it doesn't recognize it in Device Manager, you need to run this first. So after you run that and install the Sentinel installer, then reboot your computer and look at Device Manager again and make sure it is in there. So again, once you install it, you should see it right here. It'll be a SafeNet or a HASP. So now you know that your computer recognizes the dongle. So the next thing is to run the registration. So if you are installing Gibbs for the first time, it's automatically going to run the registration screen as soon as you try to run Gibbs. If you already have Gibbs installed, then you need to go to File, Preferences, and down to the tab that says Interface, and then click on where it says License Update. And then it'll bring this window up just like it would if you hadn't installed it yet. So you want to do for Run Registration Tool. Once you've done that, it will bring up this window here where you fill in your 20-digit code. Now after you've done that, and you should have the code that Gibbs sent you, or ask your reseller for the code if you don't know what it is. Then just click on Next and choose whether it's a SafeNet or a HASP. I have a SafeNet, so I'll click on Next. And fill in the blanks here of your name, email, company, whatever on there, and check if you want updates, etc. Then click on Next, and the last thing it'll ask you is to finish. And once you click on Finish, it's going to bring this little window up that says Successfully Deployed. Once you've done that, your GibbsCAM is ready to go, and you're ready to run your software. One other note: if you have a firewall that won't let you go through the internet, which is what this is going to do when you run the registration tool, it's going to go back to Gibbs and send back a code to activate your license. But if you have a firewall or your IT people have it really blocked off and you can't let it go through the internet, then the best thing to do is click on this button that says Save Data. That will save a data, and it'll have the extension GLC after that. You can email that to your Gibbs reseller, and they will send you back your license code. They have the ability to generate that license code for you. So just remember that if you have a firewall and it's not giving you successfully deployed, that might be the cause. Just a note, if you are moving from 2023 to 2024, Gibbs will require you to run the registration tool just once. And then anything between 23 and 24, all the updates, you just install them. You don't need to re-register again. And that's the same for moving from version 24 to version 25. If you've already registered 2024, anything that Gibbs has sent or released, any updates, you can install without running registration tool again. But as soon as you go to download and install version 25, it'll ask a one-time registration again, just like we did here. And then all the updates from 2025 to 2026 will all install, and you don't have to run registration again. So hopefully this helps you install your software. Thank you for watching.